There's a comedian who talks about shoes that aren't heels as like lazy shoes.
Yeah.
He has a whole bit about that.
Yeah.
My woman better not open up the door in her lazy shoes. I'm like, well, you try. You
awesome.
try those non-lazy shoes for a day, and you tell me how you'll do.
Are we sitting for this?
For some, I made that request, but I think we're starting over there.
I'm actually. Okay
You like to
with
sit?
that. Yeah, because I almost never do. So
Right?
I
I
don't
know.
mind.
How's your day?
You know, rushed, but it's okay. Normal, I suppose.
This is great. I like the fact that it's an hour because last year it went by just like that.
Yeah.
Right? Really good.
Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello. Whoa. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Works for me.
When does this air again? Air date,
Christmas
the 25th.
Day, right?
Yeah, what time, Sarah, does this air? 6:30, okay.
Cool.
And Subaru of Las Vegas is still the sponsor, huh?
Subaru of Las Vegas and also the Folded Flag Foundation.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were saying that that's the new.
Yeah, I added that in the goodbye. So,
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we can
cool.
mention them. But yeah, so that's good.
great.
I mean, I think it's specials too. Why am I not seeing it in here?
So, you know what? Because sometimes you might have to go all the way to the bottom. It's.
Oh, it's TLMD. That's Telemundo.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. No wonder.
Do they have a weekend broadcast? Telemundo?
No, I don't think so. There it is. I think it was just.
Default. They just
Yeah.
put it in even though
Yeah.
they didn't really have a broadcast.
Exactly.
So, how has 2018 been to you?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good year. Employed.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Any?
How about you?
Good. It's been a good year. I am looking forward to 2019. I always am. I'm always looking forward
me
to.
too. Which side do you want us?
Let's get you right there.
Okay.
Is that moving? I'm gonna slide you in, Gerard.
Yep. About right there.
Yeah, let's see how that looks.
I like our color combination. Look very
Yeah.
nice.
Sort of patriotic,
I'm
right?
gonna slide you to your.
Left?
Yep. Get you closer to Gerard.
You got it.
Hey now.
What do you guys do? Are you working Christmas week?
No, I'm off the week. I'm off Christmas Eve through. I don't come back till New Year.
From the News 3 studios, this is Salute Our Troops.
Yeah, same schedule as you. So
Yeah.
come back. It's going to be the New Year's Eve broadcast.
I was a Southern California surfer.
I liked this guy. He was cool.
It's the morning of.
So many great stories.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Denise too, because we haven't seen her in a
I
while.
know,
It's
I
nice to
know.
see one of her packages, and I really like that story actually.
Oh yeah, she does really good stuff. Yeah, they've got a Tom Holly package in here, a couple of Jeff Gillens. I mean, I think it's a solid.
They served our country honorably, some on the battlefield and some even now deployed overseas, protecting our freedoms.
I don't think the people that's been in the war gets recognized enough. They serve our country to protect us.
Tonight, a holiday tribute to our men and women in the military, a look back at local news events throughout the year affecting our veterans, and a special recognition for some who continue to serve our community even in civilian life.
From the News 3 studios, this is Salute Our Troops.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Gerard Romalo.
And I'm Marie Mortera. It is a News 3 tradition for us to take time to honor our Nevada service members over the holidays. For the next hour, we'll bring you those heroic stories, their service to our community, and how the community has shown gratitude.
Now we begin with one of our monthly Salute the Troops honorees. He served in the U.S. Navy, a member of the Sea, Air, and Land Special Forces, also known as Navy SEALs. Today, he continues to mentor young recruits and give back to the community.
I was a Southern California surfer. I surfed with two guys that had short hair in Huntington Beach in 1975, and they were great watermen. And they said, well, if you join the Navy and become a Navy SEAL, you get to surf all around the world.
That's pretty much all it took for John Latham. For a man who loved the ocean and being in the water, becoming a Navy SEAL seemed like a perfect fit. Though he couldn't discuss with us any of his secret missions, he did say his service took him around the world and into some pretty difficult spots. But he was always surrounded by the best. Today, he helps mentor young SEAL recruits.
I've been mentoring young men here in the Vegas Valley for quite a few years, probably 6 years now.
John's love for the military also has him volunteering with nonprofit groups, delivering turkeys to Nellis troops on Thanksgiving, and much more.
The foundation that he's working with now, the Shane Patton Foundation and That Others May Live, is near and dear to his heart.
Shane Patton was a Navy SEAL killed in action. His father, also a SEAL, served with John.
Shane and his dad are both from Boulder City. We have a scholarship foundation, and we've been raising money now to build a statue and a memorial to Shane in Boulder City.
He's already helped raise more than $300,000. And just like a SEAL, John says they're not finished yet.
Well, John, on behalf of Channel 3, KSNV, our community partners, Subaru, we want to say thank you for your service, not only as a Navy SEAL, which is a tremendous commitment, but your continued service in the community with the Shane Patton Foundation and all that you do with our local nonprofits. Thank you. We appreciate you and we recognize you.
Thank you very much.
Well, 77 years ago, America was reeling from a surprise attack that pulled the country into World War II. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor crippled America's Pacific Fleet. It's more than a dusty page in history for the people who lived through it. The memory's still fresh for them, even all these years later. Our Jeff Gillen spoke with a man who had a front seat to the war with a Nevada connection.
It's the morning of December 7th, 1941, and 18-year-old Charles Seehey is a sailor on board the USS Nevada.
All we could do is just look around and see all these damn planes crisscrossing over our head.
What Seehey saw was a surprise Japanese attack. 353 Japanese planes were swooping down. He talked to me from his home in Minnesota.
I just couldn't believe it. I must have had my mouth open. I just couldn't believe it.
This picture, taken from a Japanese plane, shows the attack. The Nevada is the battleship at the far left. That day, our namesake would make history. And at the State Museum, Crystal Van D tells us how.
Because of the way the ships were positioned in Battleship Row, the USS Nevada was able to sort of get started and actually fire.
The Nevada was the only battleship that got underway. This is a picture of the damaged Nevada leaving the harbor.
We shot down 4 planes on trying to get out of the harbor.
2,400 Americans died that day, which brought America into a world war. That greatest generation is dwindling. Veteran Joe Rosa celebrated his 103rd birthday. He fought in the Pacific.
It was tough, but we survived it.
When war broke out, these old men were young men.
A lot of these kids from 17, 18 years old were thrown right into the damn war, half dressed and half trained.
But they fought and won with a battleship. Our battleship that refused to sink.
Jeff Gillen reporting. Charles, by the way, is now 95 years young. His ship, 77 years ago, was damaged by both Japanese bombs and torpedoes. 60 sailors died on the Nevada. Believe it or not, it was repaired and saw action again later in the war. It is the only ship that fought at both Pearl Harbor and D-Day.
There is a new memorial dedicated to all Nevadans who lost their lives in action. It's called the Battle-Born Memorial, and it stands on the Capitol grounds in Carson City. Governor Brian Sandoval officially dedicated the monument November 9th, 2 days before Veterans Day. Plans for the memorial have been in place since 2013 when it was established through Senate Bill 230 to pay tribute to those who paid the ultimate price. Right now, there are 895 names of Nevadans on the monument. The traveling replica of the Vietnam Memorial making a stop here in our valley. The wall that heals was built in 1996. It allows the community to pay respects to those brave men and women who died fighting in the Vietnam War. Sterling Taylor visited the real memorial in Washington, D.C., a much larger wall. He says today's visit to the replica memorial gave him a better opportunity to honor one of his fallen comrades.
We drove back there specifically for me to visit the wall. But we went at night, and the name that I'm looking for is on panel 15, and in Washington, D.C., it's the tallest on the wall. So I wasn't able to get up and copy the name, but we did that here today.
What an incredible moment. No word yet on when the traveling memorial will make a stop back in Nevada.
A local Army veteran and father of 5 is enjoying the holidays in a mortgage-free home. News 3's Kendall Nunley was there for the unveiling as part of a project called Building Homes for Heroes.
A procession fit for a hero.
Hi, how are you? Great to see you.
U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Jared Stacy, his wife Tara, and their 5 children were gifted quite the moving in ceremony.
Here, one more key.
Handed the keys to a new home, mortgage-free.
There will be no pictures of his face.
Just to hear the kids happy, and space for them to move around and play and be happy in. I mean, I'm sure we'll hear the fight later about whose room is whose. But.
The family is one of more than 150 from across the nation to receive a house from Building Homes for Hero, a partnership in Las Vegas with JP Morgan Chase.
We've donated over a dozen homes here in Las Vegas alone, the majority of them with Building Homes for Heroes.
Our niche, if you will, is providing homes to those most severely challenged veterans, those that are rated, in some cases, 100% by the VA.
You like it?
I do.
Stacy served in the military for 12 years, and during several IED blasts, he was left with a traumatic brain injury and severe PTSD.
Stabilization.
Yeah. We moved a lot in his career. I think we counted 13 times.
The Stacy family toured the finished house for the first time.
Huh? You did? Oh, okay. He already used it.
Though it didn't take long for them to kick their shoes off, finally getting comfortable at home.
Speechless?
Yeah, I'm speechless.
In Las Vegas, Kendall Nunley, News 3.
Our future hometown pro football team, the Raiders, already making an impact in our community. Over the summer, the team gave a veterans group $175,000 to help veterans keep roofs over their heads. News 3's Jeff Gillen has the story.
Stephen Whitefeather served 10 years in the Army. He calls Veterans Village home. It offers transitional or permanent housing for people who have served this country. Today, Stephen is a winner.
It's a trip. My feet haven't touched ground yet. I've never won anything before, and it just feels great.
He'll get to swap his room for one of these, one of the new container homes that will go up on the Veterans Village 21st Street campus. Today, our soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders.
And it's with our gratitude that we present to you today the check for $150,000 to continue doing what you're doing.
Made Stephen's new home possible. A big check. They even ponied up $25,000 more to help make a little container village for vets possible.
It's a huge shot in the arm to us, and we're grateful for it. And it'll be used to build 10 fully container homes.
Arnold Stock is Veterans Village founder. He sees container homes as one of the new groundbreaking ways to fight homelessness among vets. Government numbers put the local homeless vet population in the hundreds. Stock says it's actually in the thousands, which is why this money matters.
Because the only way we're going to solve a homeless problem is by building houses.
6 veterans who live here will now get these small homes. For this Vietnam vet, it's great news.
Wow, I never have to worry about being homeless again. I was homeless for like, I guess, 2 years. And
a new home for a vet who deserves it.
Our Jeff Gillen reporting once again. Veterans Village, by the way, has plans to build 75 to 100 more container homes in the city by December. And they also got another much needed boost. It's called Village by Sands Cares, featuring prototype homes to be replicated at a larger container park in downtown Las Vegas. Once completed, vets will get to choose from 2 different unit styles. Each one has its own kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Once again, we caught up with the Village's founder.
We are at capacity and over capacity, so we know the demand's very high. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we know that there's a huge demand for veteran housing. My motto here is every day is Veterans Day at Veterans Village, and today it's welcome to the future of affordable housing.
The project is funded through donations from organizations such as Sands Cares, the Raiders Foundation, local laborers 872, and more. Now to someone who served in the U.S. Army, answered the call of duty in the late 60s, and yes, he fought valiantly in the Vietnam War. He was wounded in action twice, but today lives happily here in Las Vegas with his family.
I was a kid trying to figure things out that I was going to do with my life.
Arthur Lucero didn't have to wait very long. At the age of 18, he was drafted into the U.S. Army. Looking back, he says he wasn't exactly sure what to expect, but realized pretty quickly it wasn't going to be easy. Soon after being shipped off to Vietnam, he says he came face to face with the enemy.
We had to stop them in any way we could, and they would fight us, and we'd have to fight them from time to time. They would really make it hard on us, trying to kill us.
Arthur was severely wounded twice, earning 2 Purple Hearts, along with other commendations for service to our country.
First, it was a shrapnel from a grenade, and then it was shrapnel from a great big homemade job. And that really tore us up.
Eventually, Arthur was sent home, broken bones, his body beaten, but his spirit still intact. Granddaughter Andrea Cantu speaks of her grandfather lovingly as a man who raised a beautiful family and ultimately adopted her at the age of 2, rescuing her from an abusive home.
I just feel like he deserves so much more in this life where everything is done with his family, with me personally. He's like my world.
Arthur continues to inspire those around him, encouraging values like integrity and commitment. He credits faith and family for everything he has.
And still ahead, we salute an incredible Las Vegas veteran who witnessed the testing of the very first hydrogen bomb.
Why he says he never even had time to be scared.
Plus, a proper send-off for the unclaimed remains of dozens of Nevada veterans who died in action.
Hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Barrett here at Interlake Lake Air Base, and I'd like to wish all of my family in Las Vegas, Nevada a happy holiday.
And this. There's Denise. I miss her.
Hi, this is the Fenn family stationed here in Kaiserslautern, Germany. Just wish
It was the early 50s. The country was at war with Korea, and this Las Vegas resident was a member of the U.S. Army. He was assigned to one of the most unique and potentially dangerous deployments in the history of the U.S. military.
And this other ship would pull up next to it. Then they would unload the bomb.
Yeah. At 89 years young, Frank LaBella still cherishes the memories of time served overseas. The year was 1952. After graduating from the University of Miami, he was recruited into the U.S. Army. A general by the name of Eisenhower would soon become president. And with the country at war, Frank would receive a very special assignment on the Marshall Islands, specifically the island of Eniwetok.
Everything, it doesn't make a bit of difference what it is, everything turns red.
Really?
Yeah. So if we know that the red radiation coming towards you, you better run.
Wow. Frank had been assigned to the same island where dozens of nuclear bombs were being tested offshore by a U.S. military joint task force. In fact, he was present for the first ever testing of a hydrogen bomb codenamed Ivy Mike.
Those are scary times. Do you remember being scared at all?
Just concerned, you know.
Even though they wore goggles and special clothing during testing, Frank knew there was potential for exposure. Still, he and his fellow servicemen also knew their job was especially important. Today, he's still proud.
We took him to the Atomic Museum when he first moved here, and he just went around telling everybody his story. And so, and he'll tell pretty much anybody that wants to hear about the testing of the hydrogen bomb.
For the past 65 years, Frank has lived with traces of radiation in his body, but thankfully, no illnesses. When asked if he would do it again,
oh yeah, sure.
And we were fortunate to hear his story. Sadly, we did say goodbye to Frank LaBella only a few months after our story aired. I spoke with his daughter, who said that he was honored to be recognized all these years later.
A final goodbye for 35 American veterans whose remains were unclaimed, but now they have a proper final resting place. News 3's Denise Rosh takes us to Boulder City for this story.
These are veterans who went unclaimed, their remains stored at Bunker Mortuary on a shelf waiting for family members who simply never came. But today, all of that changes. These U.S. vets finally at rest.
The camaraderie between veterans. No one left behind.
It's a ceremony they've perfected at the Boulder City Veterans Cemetery. Honor, grace, respect, part of every military funeral. But this time, the 21-gun salute echoing among strangers, honoring the life of not one American veteran, but 35. Their remains unclaimed by family on a shelf in a mortuary until now.
I'm sure there's some legitimate reason somewhere, but my heart tells me that they've been forgotten.
Brett Palmer is with the Nevada Veterans Coalition, an organization that's made it their mission to give proper burials to all of our forgotten heroes.
One of our missions up north, individual has been sitting on the shelf for over 70 years. And it's a nationwide problem. It's not just state of Nevada.
The 35 collected here today served in Vietnam, Korea, and World War II. One veteran, Elmer Harris, fought in World War I. Records show he was born in Nebraska. His remains in storage since 1979. Kat Miller with the Nevada Department of Veteran Services.
The simple fact is, though, some of us will outlive those we love.
But if the families are missing, dozens of mourners showed up anyway, braving the heat and wind.
I think this is absolutely magnificent.
Rick Folon is with the Patriot Guard Riders.
We're planning on doing a lot more of these, maybe even once a month, for probably 15 to 20 vets each.
United States Army, Morrison, Riley. A final goodbye that took years to finish. A group of strangers righting a wrong, one unclaimed veteran at a time.
We did not know you, but you are one of us. We remember.
And the coalition is actively looking for more unclaimed veterans, checking at local mortuaries, checking names one by one, and then verifying military service. Denise Rosh, News 3.
And we want to underscore this will not be the last service of its kind. The coalition is actively searching out other unclaimed veterans to give them a proper service as well.
President Donald Trump signing an important veteran bill here in the Valley. More on that coming up. Also, we sit down with the Veterans Secretary about the future of our nation's heroes.
Hi, this is the Fenn family stationed here in Kaiserslautern, Germany. Just wishing our family in Las Vegas Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Okay, thanks. A couple good blocks.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Good content.
No, it's always it's a privilege.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they. Although they're running this from 6:30 to 7:30.
Yeah.
With this legislation,
I'm off too.
Is somebody?
They have a 3, a 5, a 6, and a 10 and 11.
December the 12th.
That's a long day.
Oh, and Alive in Prime.
No way, really?
No. Oh, yeah. You're right. When do we have Alive in Prime? Is that Christmas?
Hi, my name is Master Sergeant Michael Wanat.
Ahead of this year's midterm election, President Donald Trump stopped here in the Las Vegas Valley. Before leaving, he signed a funding bill to boost the military and help veterans get better health care.
with this legislation, we are securing a better future for our citizens. We're modernizing our nation's infrastructure, and we are building military bases worthy of our great heroes. We are ensuring that our brave veterans are respected and cherished like never before.
The president went to the VA hospital in North Las Vegas for the signing ceremony. The funding bill includes almost $100 billion for military construction and Veterans Affairs.
The Secretary of Veterans Affairs also in town the day President Trump signed that bill. Secretary Robert Wilkie sat down with News 3's Renee Santos to talk about the future of caring for America's veterans.
It's veterans like Daniel Kaminsky who United States Secretary of Veterans Affairs Robert Wilkie is getting to know. Kaminsky served in the United States Navy. He's a well-known wheelchair athlete who's not letting his spinal cord injury stop him from enjoying life.
It's like going around town, really. Going over bumps and hills.
Secretary Wilkie is making it his mission to connect with veterans during his tour of VA hospitals.
The growth here in this part of Nevada is astounding.
He says the veteran population here is getting bigger and younger.
It is astounding seeing the growth of this place. As an Air Force officer watching Nellis grow and then seeing the growth outside the gate.
He tells us big changes are coming to the Department of Veterans Affairs at the VA Southern Nevada healthcare system in North Las Vegas. President Donald Trump will make history Friday, signing an $86.5 billion appropriations bill. It'll provide what White House officials are calling the largest dollar amount for the Department of Veterans Affairs.
But it also reflects the change in the direction of the department. We're opening up the aperture for veterans' choice. We're keeping VA at the center of that veterans' experience.
The bill also includes funding for the VA Mission Act, which includes $8.6 billion for mental health services and $400 million towards preventing opioid abuse. This visit to the Valley has Secretary Wilkie excited for what the future holds for our local veterans and their families.
Veterans want to be around people who speak their language. And it's a unique language, the language of service, and being around people who understand those particular experiences.
Now to someone who served in the U.S. Marine Corps. He was in the infantry, which means he was right on the front lines, and now he remains a first responder, a local trooper with the Nevada Highway Patrol.
I guess you can say it's the best mistake of my life. So.
Roger Barnes never intended to join the military, let alone become a Marine. But after 8 years in the service, he now realizes it was a perfect fit. He remembers the time he signed on to be an infantry rifleman. Not too long after, he was deployed to Iraq in the volatile Al Anbar province, where he took on many responsibilities.
But then I was also a motor team mechanic, Humvee driver, 50 cal gunner, radio operator, so you don't have just one specific job in the Marine Corps.
2 words that summarize his experience: no regrets. He credits his time in the service as well as his upbringing for his daily life philosophy.
I've always grown up that you do your job and then you don't just go home. If you can do extra to make everybody else's job a little bit easier, you go that extra mile.
These days, Roger serves his community as a Nevada Highway Patrol trooper. Though somewhat intimidating in the field, his wife Brittany says he's a softie at heart.
I feel like he doesn't get enough recognition, even though he doesn't expect it. I mean, I can tell him I'm proud of him all day, and the kids can. I just thought it would be really special.
Roger says his #1 goal, teaching his 4 youngsters the value of hard work, kindness, and service to others.
Don't fill my shoes. Wear bigger shoes than I wear.
All right, let's introduce you to a World War II veteran now and a Las Vegas resident who also happens to celebrate his 103rd birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, this was earlier this month as Joe Rosa's daily fixture. This is 24-hour fitness in Summerlin. He joined in 2011 after a hit and run. Despite doctors saying he would never walk again, through physical therapy and his own resilience, he is mobile again. And he begins every day with a morning workout.
December the 12th, he said, "You're going to walk today." I said, "Aaron," he said, "don't complain to me." And Will got behind me, Aaron in front of me, just walk. I walked about 20 feet and that opened the Pandora's box.
And he's been an inspiration to our Valley since. The club's entire staff, even the CEO of 24-Hour Fitness, all showed up to wish Rosa a happy 103rd.
Now to a local veteran known to many as Lieutenant Dan, not the Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. To say he served his country, though, would be an understatement. He participated in several conflicts on the front lines and ultimately did lose his legs as a result. But now he continues to do great things, and it all started with his love of riding motorcycles.
You see some of us every day, yet we are distant to you.
Our lives are no different than yours.
The words themselves are inspiring, but even more so is the man who wrote them.
We want our lives to go forward.
Meet Lieutenant Dan. Not this Lieutenant Dan.
My first name is Dan. I was an officer in the Army.
But Lieutenant Dan Holman from Las Vegas. Yes, he is an Army veteran, and yes, he is missing both legs. A double amputee who lost limbs on the battlefield, but never his love of riding.
We just think about ourselves, where we want to go, clear our heads, and it gives us a new path.
With the help of a modified trike, which utilizes mostly hand controls, Dan is able to hit the open road no problem. The real difficulty, he says, came back at the dealership and with the fact he had no way to transport his wheelchair on the trike.
I had to go from the service department to the customer waiting area on crutches all the time.
Altogether, about a distance of 900 feet both ways.
And when you do it on crutches with no legs, it gets very demanding.
You say Lieutenant Dan, everyone's little ears perk up.
Samantha Cashman is with Las Vegas Harley Davidson. She says when Dan approached them with an idea, it just made sense.
And so I asked the general manager if I could bring him in a wheelchair.
And so was born Lieutenant Dan's Wheelchairier program. A sign like this one and a donated wheelchair now greet disabled customers at more than 137 Harley-Davidson dealerships across America.
And if they need to use it, one of our service managers or our service riders will wheel it out for them to help them out of their cars and then to take them around the store.
Dan delivers the wheelchairs, which are now donated by various groups, himself. The program now receiving national recognition, which brings us back to his poem.
It don't matter what branch of service you are. We're all brothers and sisters.
Words about humanity and freedom.
We didn't ask for it. Everyone has a disability of some form.
A freedom to ride.
Next time you look at us, think about what we can do and not what we can't do.
And a freedom to serve, disability or not.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan is an inspiration to other disabled vets, really to all of us. I mentioned that his wheelchairs are now in 137 Harley dealerships. Eventually, though, he says he's going to place them in all 750 dealerships all across the country.
A proof of how remarkable it is. They continue to serve our community long after serving on the front lines.
It's funny, too. He says he's never met the Lieutenant Dan from the movie, Gary Sinise, but he'd like to do that someday. I think that would be a neat meeting.
I agree. All right, well, our valley salutes our troops, so we will take you to the Strip Resort. Look here, they rolled out the red carpet for a group of veterans.
Hi, my name is Master Sergeant Michael Wanatis. I'm deployed out here at Al Dafra Air Base. I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to my friends and family back in California and Las Vegas. And at the same time, I wanted to say happy birthday to my son, Trevin. Love you, baby.
But he seems like a good guy, actually.
Absolutely.
I remember.
And
okay.
I think with our veterans community, I'm pretty sure that he's been here at least once or twice to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Day or some sort of veterans event.
I had a funny clip in our story from Forrest Gump, but they made us take it out because we couldn't get a approval or whatever. So they put in a file shot of him, and it was just a profile. You know what I mean? That was frustrating, but I remember.
No, I had no idea.
1 and 2 and beginning go.
This is
Welcome back to our Salute the Troops special. It is a News 3 tradition for us to take time to honor our Nevada service members over the holidays. And we are bringing you those historic stories, heroic stories, their service to our community, and how the community has shown gratitude. Next, we bring you someone who served in the U.S. Marine Corps. He saw combat in Vietnam and today continues his service in Las Vegas through volunteer work and helping out the homeless.
I remember being a young kid and saying, I want to be in that band.
For Edward Thomas, it was a moment that became destiny. He did, in fact, become a member of the Marine Corps Band, a lifelong dream come true.
I played clarinet and saxophone and then sometimes even drums. And later on ended up being the band director.
It seemed a perfect fit for Edward, though he would come to find out the hard way what it meant to be in the service. The country was at war in Vietnam. Edward would soon be deployed to the area, assigned to guard a command post. He recalls the day a child walked into the camp holding a live grenade.
So that grenade went off and...
Yeah, that grenade went off and took 3 Marines with him.
People you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Edward survived Vietnam and continued to serve, retiring after 20 years. Today, he and his wife Sherry spend much of their time volunteering, helping homeless vets, and doing work with the charity group Aiden's Army of Angels.
I don't think the people that's been in the war gets recognized enough. They serve our country to protect us. He's a great musician, and everybody knows him knows that, but they don't know his part about being a Vietnam veteran.
Well, we are fortunate to have Edward here in Las Vegas, and someday you may in fact just run into him on the Strip or a local joint that offers live music. He says he still enjoys playing his saxophone. That music will always be his first love. Now we head over to Reno, where a veteran family is celebrating Christmas in a brand new home, all thanks to one business. Zach Slotmaker has more.
I had no idea, just super surprised, kind of speechless.
This year, in a neighborhood in Reno, the houses are just about getting ready for Christmas time. But there's one house that stands out in both lights and the story behind it. When Michael was 18, he decided to enlist in the U.S. Army. During his deployment to Afghanistan, Michael and his squad were struck by an IED, and just moments before, Michael requested to take the position directly above that blast. The soldier he switched with would go on to name his firstborn child after him, and due to his wounds, Michael would be honorably discharged with a Purple Heart on his chest.
It's been getting pretty cold, and we don't have a lot of stuff to put up, so this is absolutely awesome.
Enter Christmas Decor by Signature Landscapes, who heard of Michael's heroism through his soon-to-be mother-in-law and loaded their sled with Christmas lights and decorations.
He has really been through a lot in his military career and wanted to do something special. They're getting married, they just got engaged. So we have our design team kind of like come out incognito to do some reconnaissance on the houses and just like what would look really great on this house. So we have the red and the white on the roof, and we have like the whole different colors wrapped around the trunk of the tree.
After returning, Michael started working towards a degree in business management while reigniting his love for baseball. Now a graduate of the University of Nevada, Michael still coaches and looks forward to marrying his fiancée Nicole come June of next year. As for Signature Landscapes, it's all just about giving back during the holidays.
I think that we get more out of it just being able to see how this affects people, how this really affects our community. So I think we get more out of it than they actually do.
Well, let's bring you back to Las Vegas now, where Las Vegas hosts celebrities and VIPs all the time. But this red carpet event has special significance. This Veterans Day, MGM Resorts picked up the tab for our wounded warriors. News 3's Kelsey Thomas tells us it is a thank you to those who fought for their lives and for their country and came back with injuries.
1 and 2 and beginning go.
This is insane.
Ross Allowine didn't know what to expect.
It's breathtaking. It was absolutely unexpected and amazing.
Walking down a red carpet, the retired Army Staff Sergeant taking in the crowd.
Thank you, guys.
It's clear he is appreciated.
It's humbling, to say the least, to know that there's so many people out there that care about and are thankful for the troops. This is crazy.
MGM Resorts giving 70 wounded warriors a VIP vacation in Las Vegas, all expenses paid. Phyllis James is with MGM.
This is absolutely one of the favorite
events for our employees every year.
MGM putting these veterans up at the Mirage for free. The USO helping organize 5 days of entertainment.
For us, it's our opportunity to say to people who do such an important job for America, thank you.
A thank you Ross did not expect.
It's just, I mean, it's amazing. And you come around the corner and it's just more people and they're yelling.
But in the eyes of MGM, this is what you deserve when you sacrifice it all.
Thanks, guys.
2 new exhibits out at the Springs Preserve taking you back in time to World War I. Tom Hawley gives us an inside look coming up.
Hola, my name is Senior Master Sergeant Gardo Troche from Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, Japan. This is my family.
Celi, Eguisito, Amaris.
And we'd like to send a special Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all our family and friends in Las Vegas, Nevada, San Antonio, Texas, and Spokane, Washington. Feliz Navidad!
I know we could have.
Yeah. Well,
next time.
We'll see. I don't know how long his I think his deployment might shift because they usually do years.
Yeah.
But then again, if he's stationed there, it could be a little bit longer.
Is this?
So we wanted to focus on how it was experienced in Nevada.
My grandfather was in the Navy, my father was in the Army in Vietnam.
Hello, this is Air Montemayor from 25th Air Force. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving to my
This year marks 100 years since the armistice was signed, ending World War I, or as it was known then, the Great War, involving some 32 countries.
There's a new exhibit in the State Museum at the Springs Preserve, and it brings together artifacts, articles, photographs, and more with a distinct perspective. News 3's Tom Hawley takes a look at that exhibit in his video vault.
So we wanted to focus on how it was experienced in Nevada.
Co-curator Crystal Van D says that our area did its part on a small scale.
You have to remember that Las Vegas itself was maybe around 2,000 people in the whole city, and then Clark County itself would have been a couple thousand more.
So Uncle Sam varied the call to arms.
We did meet our quota. There was a draft quota and an enlistment quota, and Las Vegas met that quota as well.
In addition to manpower, Clark County provided produce. The president sent a train here for that purpose.
There was a worldwide food shortage during the war, so Nevada at the time was still very agricultural, so we were actually able to participate a lot that way.
As the war progressed, locals scanned the Las Vegas Age and Clark County Review long before TV or even radio had arrived here.
And so what they were getting in the newspaper was, that was it, and letters home.
Decades later, in what became an annual parade down Fremont, News 3 spoke with veterans of the Great War.
I remember back 65 years ago when I was standing in the mud in France. But today I'm under sunshine in Nevada, which is a blessing.
And what were the takeaways?
The first thing, I'm glad I'm alive.
Weapons weren't the only thing to be afraid of. A deadly worldwide flu, which eventually killed more people than the war itself, impacted Las Vegas.
The earliest outbreaks were towards the summer, and then they kind of slumped off, and then they peaked up again in the winter. And so they kind of went through 1919 after that.
The 100th anniversary exhibit is actually in two parts. The Ward home featured at the Nevada State Museum, while the Origin Museum looks at Nevadans on the front lines. Both are in the Las Vegas Springs Preserve. A link at news3lv.com.
Time now to recognize another local veteran. She's someone who served 23 years in the Air Force. She says she first joined because she wanted to travel and see the world. Now she's committed to serving other veterans by seeing that they have a bright future.
My grandfather was in the Navy. My father was in the Army in Vietnam.
Sonia Draper came from military roots, so the decision for her to enlist was natural. Serving in the U.S. Air Force, she played the role of logistics expert, specifically working with fighter jet pilots.
My biggest sacrifice would be leaving my children at home to go and fight for my country and be away from them for such a long period of time.
Participating in several conflicts, including Desert Storm and the war in Iraq, Sonia now suffers a disability, which is partly why she was eager to help other veterans file their claims.
When veterans come in for their appointments and services, they really gel with somebody that can relate with what they've been through. And
Sonia was nominated by friends and her husband Troy, who is also a veteran.
She doesn't want anything back from him. I think she just has it in the blood and the soul. She wants to help people.
These days, Sonia is still at the VA hospital working as a dispatcher with the police department. Co-workers say her servant's attitude and pleasant personality are present in everything she does.
If we can just package that into a pill and take that out, we do wonders. We can corner the market.
We need more Sonias.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need more of her. Coming up, Las Vegas shows its love to veterans. In Love will explain as we salute our troops.
Hello, this is Air Montemayor from 25th Air Force. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving to my family in Las Vegas, Nevada. I wish I could be there eating turkey with you. I get fat. Want that. Miss you guys. Love you.
Hey, thank you. Okay. Oh, but I move, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you and Mom going back to Cali for a week?
Yeah, well, maybe not for the whole week, but a few days for sure. So.
Long Beach area with your brother?
Long Beach, and then down to San Diego and get a few things from her place. And she has a doctor appointment, and so it'll be good because I go see my dad also, who's down there, and then meet up with a couple of buddies also. So.
How's she like in Vegas?
She likes it. I think she wants to stay.
A lot more low key, right? You know?
When I first...
San Diego's pretty chill too. It's not crazy.
We drive around and she likes the sights and everything.
Yeah.
And she enjoys it, you know.
Lots for her to do.
Yeah, I don't know. She's also thinking about going back to Mexico.
Wow.
One of her, well, two of her sisters want her to go back there, and it might be a good option. I mean, the money would go a lot further, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd have to check it out and make sure it was.
But what a blessing to have
Yeah.
those options.
Yeah.
Not everybody does. Did my tease sound really bad? It was
No.
okay? Just more in my head?
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. What part of Mexico is she from?
Mexico City?
Mexico City, okay.
Yeah. Have you been to Mexico City?
No, it's on
Oh,
my
that's
list though.
great.
I love Mexico.
Yeah.
I was reading an old article from Via magazine, I think, or something like that. I was just digging through these old articles, and it was about wine country just south of, or near Rosarito,
Oh, yeah.
Telemundo. She was saying that there was a whole wine valley
When I first
where it's maybe closer to her.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love the fact that you can get over there in 5 hours.
Heather's uncle owns a winery in Rosarito. Yeah.
Well, I need to chat with
I
Heather,
know, I
and we
know.
need to get a News 3 trip.
That'd be great.
Why is this the
Like,
first time I've heard of it?
Load up the van and just
Heather?
go to Rosarito. Now we celebrate a man who served in the U.S. Marines Elite Recon Division. He's a combat veteran who was wounded during his service, but today still finds time to serve his community as well as other veterans.
When I first graduated high school out here, I never wanted to go into the military. You know, my father was military, my brother went into the military, and I was like, nope, I'll just stay here in Vegas and have fun.
Jason Brooks thought he had a plan, but of course plans changed. Not only did he join the military, he joined the Marines, a member of the 2nd Recon Battalion. His job? Mixed martial arts instructor.
I was one of the instructors there, so just training people every day, tends to wear on your body after a bit. Some of these guys were pretty big.
Jason was injured while training other Marines, but quickly healed up and was then deployed to Iraq.
Our unit actually got a Presidential Unit Citation for our time in Iraq in 2003. I believe we had 28 days of sustained combat.
After being wounded again during combat, Jason was ultimately medically discharged.
I didn't want to get out of the Marine Corps. I swore I was going to die with my combat boots on. I mean, I was just raring to go. I loved every minute of it.
Jason made the best of his circumstance and continues to do so even today. Despite dealing with chronic pain, he volunteers at a Christian school, works as a peer group facilitator for veterans struggling with PTSD. He even helps vets who get into trouble with the law through the Veterans Court Treatment Program, an honorable life on and off the battlefield.
Well, Las Vegas is unique in so many ways, including how it shows support for military members who want to be married.
Yeah, wedding chapels all over Clark County honored our heroes this year with this. The annual Las Vegas Marries the Military. Look at that. It was during Veterans Day tributes. This was a chance for both active and retired service members to get married at no charge. Dozens of other vendors donated their wedding services to the happy couples, including gowns, tuxedos, flowers, hair, and makeup services. Beautiful.
Elvis served in the military too, so
rightfully to see his impersonator appear once again.
Glad to serve, offer his services. Yeah. Folks, that's going to do it for this special Salute the Troops Christmas broadcast. We also want to give recognition to our sponsors, Subaru of Las Vegas and the Folded Flag Foundation.